Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gyms of War Guild Wars week 30 day 6. It is a purple day and we are going to be trying something slightly different today than what we would normally use. Not that. Where'd it go? This one. I don't believe we have used this team before. We've probably used something similar to it. It is a Carnix, Baba Yaga, Azura, and a Element Grim. I wanted to put as many anti-Queen Mab and as many anti-Kraken things into this team as we possibly could. Though, as I'm doing this, we are up against a team that this team will not be that effective against, figures, but we're still going to probably go with it. So this first battle might not be as good. As long as not every single one of them spam mana drain, we'll be fine. Let's go into it, see what we can do. Is pure purple after all, so that's exactly what we're running with. I believe we can cover every color if we were to go Amnesia here, but it would be too high of a mana cost, particularly against mana drain and the such. We get a bunch of attack reduction right off the bat, so that's nice. That's one of the main reasons it's here. That and of course the immunities that it has. Let's gonna get a Spirit Fox in here. Ideally, I want him to drain the Carnix, I believe, because I want that for mana. Since we have the banner set to it, it will be pretty easy to start exploding. So let's just go move that over. He does not ruin it for us, and taking that down also will not give him anything, so we can just go for the blue. He will clear out the board for us, and then we can hopefully get our explosion. He does not clear out a lot of it, though, and this yellow we do not need. Figures, the battle that we don't use almost any yellow on, we just get absolutely all of the yellows. But we'll throw a silence down here, so the only thing he gets up is a Scion, just so it's a little bit less effective. And I can go for that blue right there, but it will give us less explosion. We do have a drop. Oh, never mind, a double drop. Nice. We'll take that into the top one. And now we will go for our explosion, even though we still have one more extra turn, but it's about that time. So he'll get a little bit of drain. We'll take the skull poke, unless we could drop it into something. Actually, it would be good if we could just go for mana, but I don't want him draining us, so I'm just going to go for that. He's still silenced, so a lot of the mana he can't actually use at the moment, which is good for us. He did just get the Scion there, so that is unfortunate, but if we could just get another few pokes, that's going to be the biggest issue right now. We can disable everything else, but getting rid of the front line there, because all those mana drains, is going to be the more annoying part. Too bad it wasn't zero attack, or else we could really destroy it there. Because we wouldn't need to worry about it constantly draining us. Looks like we'll be able to take a yellow search here, but I mean green. But even if we do, that's not going to be full mana. It looks like the team is already failing us, so this is probably one of the things that's going to do worse against. Let's see. We'll move that up. He gets Famine. Move that over. This is why I'm not a huge fan of ever using Carnix. Carnix and Dragon Soul first slot on Purple Day are so horrifically bad sometimes. When you're up against this mana drain. What do we do here? What do we do? I don't think we have an option. He's going to get Famine here regardless. You got to go up against Humility, Goblin, Lady Arnurial, and Plague on today's Guild War. Any team recommendations? Let's see. For Purple Day, for that? Well, what do you have? You would need something to... well, none of that really hits that hard. The main thing you have to do is make sure you can either deny out the blue or purple from the Lady Arnurial that's going to be creating it a bunch. Once you get by that, it doesn't really have anything that really hits other than the little goblin, but that's not really going to hit that high, or shouldn't. Well, we'll go take that up. There goes our first one dead. Luckily, we have Baba Yaga, so worst comes to worst, we will still be able to summon a bunch using that. Let's take that down. That will just hit it with a drain. I really need that thing killed already, or else we are not going to have much of a chance. What do we even go for here? I guess we try just taking a random skull poke, and we don't even get it. Figure he has the ability to take out yellow, yet that's not even helping us. He does so much drain because he keeps getting the cycle going, and we have nothing to take it out with. So we cannot drop the skull, but we can try to get one. So we are going to move that over. We don't get the other one. He'll just famine us again. But we finally have what we need to go kill it, so hopefully we can go from here. He hits on the Baba Yaga, which is quite unfortunate, but he has zero attack, so the only thing that can really hit us is the Famine and the Spirit Fox. So if we just get a few more Azuras at this point, we should be okay. This is going to be a really horrifically bad score for this first battle, but it does look like we will hopefully get through it. We'll just take a skull over right there, get a nice little poke in. He gets another Famine, just let him do all of his mana drains. Never mind, he took out our Summoner already. So that's pretty bad. He still gets the boost ratio, he still has all of his magic, so both of those will still be hitting us for pretty much full value. He might not really have any attack, but he still has plenty of other damage that he'll be able to get on us. And that leaves us just with the one troop that will probably die. And at this point, we would have to win with just skull pokes, which I guess is possible. We'll just move that over for now. I need him to get a... There we go. So he gives us a skull. We'll go move that over. I don't know. We need to figure out something for Purple Day. I've tried so many different things. Some of them have been working okay, but I don't know what's happening today. I just think I need to get rid of every exploder ever for Purple Day. Every team I tend to use with them keeps failing. Particularly Carnex and Dragon Soul. They work within teams, but just it's too clunky when you keep going up against Scion Famine and such. It doesn't get up quick enough to be able to win against them. But we'll just take a red here. Maybe red, red, purple. That'd be perfect, and we don't get any of that. He gets a Spirit Fox, and now that will kill us unless something miraculous happens. Let's see. Oh, that's part of what we need. How much further can we keep this going? Let's see. Now we can take this purple over, and then that's about it. Unless we get like 4 reds to drop or something. That does look like the end of the line. Don't believe there's any combination of moving this that will help us at all. Maybe skull down? Nope, it's just gonna die. Oh, he doesn't kill us. Oh, there he goes. Yep, he just takes the extra turn off the top, and then he kills us. Also, hello, everyone. Hello, Adrian. Hello, Marcelo. Hello, Maximilian. Hello, Oh, someone said in the global chat that next week, starting tomorrow, we will get Ferrous Raw inside the Forge. That might be possible, because last week the devs did announce that they are, they finally were able to make the Soul Forge to not keep giving the same stuff over and over again. So I believe they've done some changes and they now have control over what each week will be as far as what is craftable. So yes, there is quite a possibility that there is going to be a Ferrous Raw next week, because I believe this next week is the first week that they will actually be able to determine exactly the 8 troops that we're able to craft. So we'll see exactly what they do with that, and yeah, it might be Ferrous Raw, who knows. Given that everyone's been wanting to craft one, it would be pretty high probability that they'd probably give us one already, since it's been like, what, 2-3 months now since we've been able to craft one, so I wouldn't doubt it. Speaking of Ferrous Raw, should we go make a Guild War team centered around Ferrous Raw? No. There isn't really much that gets built around him that would actually work. Okay, let's try this against a real team and see if it will do any better for us and see how that goes. Also, I didn't say all the hellos. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Zach. Hello, Queen. Hello, Nigatsu. Hello, Dinos Go Roar. Why don't you use Scion on your team? Scion could work. We could use Scion versus Scion. I used to do that quite a bit. I kind of got bored of doing that just every single time, which is why I haven't been running it on purple or blue days as much as recently. I think I still run it on my blue days occasionally, but purple I haven't been. I just wanted to see what we could do with Azura. That was the whole point, was to see what we could do with a double explosion back and forth, and ideally get it working enough. We tried something similar to this with like a skull spam that kind of worked at one point, but I didn't really care for using skulls in Guild Wars. I still don't. And the whole premise of Carnex too is, I don't know, a little bit shaky, because you need to make sure, you need to use him as a frontline tank, but you also need to make sure he doesn't take too much armor damage, because that's where you get all the additional damage from your skull pokes. But once we get it going, it's fine. It's just everything prior to that is where the biggest issue normally lies. Let's see. I think what I need to almost do is make 12 Guild War teams, 6 normal Guild War teams, and 6 other variants that are specifically countered to mana drain, since there's no counter currently. Do we take skull? Yeah, I think we take skull there. So I'll almost kill it. And we'll just silence it back too. Ideally, I'd want a free skull right here. I don't think we could take it though. So we're just going to go for a double silence in the back, get our explosion after that, and should almost be good to go. So we'll do that, get our nice poke, and we'll throw the re-silence, and that is match. Oh, never mind, one more explosion. And then that is match. We get our last little bit of mana, and there we go. Watch, we'll lose our first battle, but we'll win literally every other battle. You know, we actually lost our win streak this week too. We were going perfect, and then this battle came along, was like, nope. But yeah, I think I do need to do that, at least for a couple of days. Purple Day in particular. Purple Day, what other day? Purple Day and Green Day, I believe, are the 2 days that I specifically need a counter to when they run either Queen Map Kraken or if they run Scion Famine. Those are the 2 things on both of those days that they tend to lose on. But everything else, they're normally destroy it pretty easily. Kind of like what we're doing with these. Okay, so green. Get our Baba Yaga up. It's been a while since I bothered using Baba Yaga too. Baba Yaga is actually really good on both the 2 days. Green, there isn't much of a need to use her because there's other options, but on Purple Day, I definitely prefer using her. Okay, nothing we really need to take her. We'll throw the silence down. We'll just take that. We'll get our double mana. And the one little poke came in for free. We'll just go take the purple into a... Wait, can we cascade that even further? I can take a red into a purple into a brown. I guess I'm fine with that. Take all that. And he does not extra turn that. Very nice. We can get our reduction as well now, though I believe I want to get a Karn X first because of how few blues there are on the board. Now we can go for something like that, get a reduction, hopefully get a magic. Nope, we got HP. That's, I guess, okay, since it'll kill him a bit easier. Wow, I was really starting to hit quite a bit of damage on this. But we'll go for a silence there so he doesn't get his shield and everything. Whoa! What? Well then, today's another one of those days now, isn't it? Apparently. Wow. Didn't we just silence her? We silenced her. She unsilences immediately. Oh, never mind. Oh, that was my mistake. Oh, yeah. She's using the only class in the entire game that has immune to silence. Aha. Well, rip. Plan B. I was joking earlier, but if Ferris Raw is indeed coming out next week, let's go build a Ferris Raw Guild War team. Might as well. Purple, I don't even think I've ever bothered doing this. Might as well see what we can build. I don't even think there is anything viable, but might as well. We're already 2-3. Or 2 losses, I mean. Let's see. I don't think there's any supportive troops that you can use for Ferris Raw on Purple Day, though. Is there any purple that creates purple? Let's see. Oh, Asha. So we'll get an Asha in there. That also denies blues, which we'll be needing. Let's see. Asha. That will make it so we don't have Baba Yaga, though. But I think I'm fine with that. Enchantress is too weak later in the game. Alma Grimm's going to be too slow against most of this stuff. I need something with a soul cap as well. Does anything have Necromancy? Oh, I could go with second Ferris Raw. No, that might be too much. That one thing, maybe on Brown Day, we could use the new Brown Yellow. But yeah, we don't have much else. There are not that many purples that can actually... Oh, Shadow Dragon. But the problem is it uses yellow, and we're already going to be converting that out anyways. Scion I can't already do because we already covered the color. Mismer I could just put on it just to have there, but that's not really going to help much. Never mind, we might not even be able to do this. Azurus actually would help some. As weird as that may seem, mainly because of the Necromancy plus the +1. This is going to be a weird team by the time we create it, and now I just need a frontline tank, which I need to have a yellow in it. So, yellow frontline tank that works on Purple Day. Pretty sure we could just use our weapon if we wanted to. Though we currently have it set as Dragon Hero class, so that wouldn't really synergize much. Herdmaster, that would actually be really solid. So, what on earth is this team? But there we go. There we go. So we got our Magic Link, our Herdmaster for the mana, a Ferris Raw. There we go, all in Ferris Raw. If this somehow works, that would be insane. I highly doubt it will, but we are going to try it. Wait, what do we have to get rid of? Oh, there we go. One of you have Disenchant, right? Convert all blues, enchant. Wait, you don't have Disenchant. Never mind, we might not be able to do this. I need Disenchant. Because he has Barrier Spam. There's nothing good on purple other than, what's her name? Oh no, there's the other one. But, let me see. Or not Disenchant, whatever it's called. Wait, what is it called? Discharge, let me see. Azura. Whatever you have is what it does. Enemies, Dispel, that's what the word I'm looking for. Dispel. Not worth it. Oh, Wisp. Hello, Wisp. You don't have a +1 mana anymore, though. Nor do you have Necromancy. Okay, we're still gonna try it. Azurus, why? Because the 50% extra souls and the magic link is literally the only reason. And just so it dies. Random team challenge for this? Could you imagine we just pick the first 4 purples we see and put that as our team? No, we could never do that for Guild Wars. Most of the Guild War teams are much stronger than what you fight in PvP, so that wouldn't work. Let's see. Barish Raw and use Nyx. Nyx would give it a bunch of blue. I was kind of going to use the ashes so we can convert, though. So we can get the mana into something like a Herdmaster. Ideally, what we'd be able to do is Asha into yellow, into Herdmaster, into Fairshra. That is the ideal here. Will that happen? Probably not, but let's go and mess around. I don't see why not. I need a... I don't know the banner that I want for this. I kind of want to have +1 on Asha. Unless I'm +2ing, it's not really going to do much to him. We could go all in on the purple, which would be helpful to getting it back up. Because I do need to make sure whatever we do goes super into Herdmaster, and I don't want to do a +2 purple, +1 red, because Azurus does not need a +1 whatsoever. 2 pairs will automatically get him up, 1 surge will automatically get him up. I don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I think this is the game plan. Really weird game plan, but I believe it will work if we can kill Dawnbringer quick enough. And on all the other battles, we'll see how it fends. I want to try some new stuff. Other one didn't work, so plan B we go. Fairshra is only damage source, yes. That is essentially what we're doing. I'm hoping that we get up quick enough that we could just loop him. So Skull, I kind of want to ignore, but because I want mana, but we don't have any available. Yeah, anytime you go with a single damage source, it's always risky. Especially with his high impact there. He actually has a lot of really high hitting things in there on that red, pure red. There's definitely not a lack of red teams these days, that is for sure. What do we go for here? Azurus isn't going to be that useful until we can actually start getting Fairshra going. Because his ability isn't really being used. It's mainly just being used for his traits, for the most part. I think we actually could have gotten a little bit better if we just Dragon Souled that, actually. I don't think we need the Cornex in this instance, though. Not getting any of the colors I need, though. I need purple, and I need yellow, and we've taken 1 this entire battle so far. And we didn't get it off the Cascade, either. That'd be fun if we can actually get an Azurus in there. I don't actually need it yet, though. We mainly just need to get our starting mana off, start getting the explosions, and go from there. There we go. So now we can start rolling. Fortunately, he has his explosion pretty much at the same time. But what we can do here... Here you go, Azurus. You finally got something to do. So go throw that down, get her a little poke. And too bad this isn't enough to kill him. We didn't extra turn it either. Oh, that is really bad. I needed to get going before he got that. And we did not. Because now he's going to get a bunch of barrier, and I have no direct way to be able to counter that out immediately. Okay, what's plan B then? I need alignment. Wait, we do have alignment right now. We don't have additional souls yet, because our first tap will just be exactly that. It will just be a tap. So I believe what we do here is just get rid of him. One less thing we have to deal with. Get a good majority of his mana back. Take all this. Hopefully we'll have an Azurus alignment over there and just go from there. So yes, we do get the Azurus alignment, so we can go and poke it. Don't have anything to deal with that at the moment, though. Even if we had full damage, we actually wouldn't be able to get that all the way up in time. Let's see. Yeah, we kind of need the Dragon Soul there. We don't have anything else to create the souls. I went all in on the mana, but I don't have a backup for the souls. Oh, I haven't been looking for an Asha cast. I should have been doing that this whole time. We probably already had one that was amazing, and I already messed it up because it was taking a bunch of other stuff. I need this on either yellow or purple, ideally, and neither of the two appear to be available at the moment. Don't really need to go for a Herdmaster. He's going to hit us for, what, 42? That is a really high number. I can try tapping him right now, but that's not going to really do anything. We have a couple converts that will indeed be an extra turn, but none of them are particularly useful at the moment, like doing it on red or something. So I could do it on brown. He's probably not going to take any move. So I might just throw the ability here. That will allow us to do it on purple, and then we can kind of go from there. He's going to get barriers, though, right now, but I can't really help that. Yeah, we'll throw that on you for now. And that's obviously not going to kill, but we then go for this onto purple. And ideally, that will clear enough board that we could cast him. Unfortunately, he doesn't have full mana. Is there not a single extra turn that we can go take that for? There we go. But that moves it, so we can't take it anymore. And we do not have alignment. We don't have it for yellow, and we don't have it for purple, both the two that we need it for. So that's not going to work out. We don't have the way to get rid of it other than just exploding, so we'll go for that for now. He will get the poke. And he might actually throw his ability, too, and that might kill. Yep, it does indeed get the one kill. And that then leaves our only damage source now almost dead, which obviously is not good. Red appears to be our only convert, unless I just go for a random skull poke. But I might just have to take that for now. Yeah, it doesn't look like this is going to work out. Let's move that over. He'll take that. We're down to our last two. We got our convert, and then we have the other thing. We can throw an Azurus down. I mean, a Fairshra. Well, Azurus died. Poor Azarus. We needed him for his bonuses. Luckily, we still have the soul cap. His soul cap still stays in effect even after he dies, which is nice. Let's see. Yeah, we might just have to go for the low mana cost mana generation team. Going with like a Dragon Soul and Nyx, a Ferrishra or something, if we wanted to go down that route with this. Because we have still have too high of a mana cost. Let's see. How do we play this? We have the alignment, but I don't believe converting that will give us... Oh wait, it will. Never mind, it will. So we can convert this into purple. And then that allows us to extra turn over there. That one's still barriered, so I need to do something about that. I don't have any direct way to damage that, but we'll move that over. I need to poke it somehow. So it looks like that skull will get that done. We don't have any of our exploders any now, so I can't tap with them. That would be the best way to do it if we could. But it looks like I'm going to have to just take a rogue skull. That will take out the barrier, we didn't kill it, and then go from there. Oh, or it will kill me, and then that is match. Really now? Okay, well that's match, then we lose. Rip. Okay, there's no way coming back from that. We'll just take some bunch of random moves, and then he'll just kill us. And that's what happens when you run one damage source. Let's see. We're gonna move that down. Can you try Ural, Giant, Fire Giant, Ural, and Queen Aurora? Seems pretty cool. Sure, I can go try that after this. Let's see. And we still have the one other battle. Let's go try another completely different team. Oh, wait, never mind. Those are 2 so far. Wait, did this just count that as a win? Wait, why did it not count our other lose? That's weird. Why does it say fight 4 out of 5, yet it only shows 2 of them? What? It says 4 out of 5, but it only shows 1 lose, 1 win. That's odd. Anyways. Anyways, let's go try something else then. Major rip. Yeah, let's see. What's the next plan? We could go with a... Queen, what's her name? Amnesia. We could build around that. Cornex, Baba Yaga, Abby, and Ella McGrim. That's exactly what we tried on our first team. That is literally the exact same thing we already did, except with an Amnesia. That's what we tried the first 2 battles. It won 1, it lost 1. Let's see. We'll go and... That's the whole reason why we're even switching a bunch of teams, was because that wasn't working. Let's see. Trying to think of random teams we could go for right now. I might have to switch back into some kind of Dragon Soul team. It's similar to that of how annoying it is to use a Carnex, but at least it has more survivability than a Carnex. Not to stats effects, but to just if it dies. It also gains HP whenever we extra turn spam, if we were to happen to get it. Could go all dragons, no. I actually do have my... You know what? I actually kind of want to go do that. I was kind of kidding, but at this point, why not? I haven't tried doing this yet. All purple dragon team with the new dragon hero class. That wouldn't be too bad. We'll go apply that. Go to the weapons here. Oops, I meant to make that a all colors apply filter, and get herself a sun and moon and amnesia now. No. What do we need to cover the last of the colors? We need a blue, brown, purple. There's a mythic that covers that, right? Blue, brown, purple. Ferrishra! Well, I guess we found our Ferrishra team. There we go. Well then. Let's see. Move that there, move that there. And is that it? Let's see. I need to switch my banner to be not what it currently is. Where is the +2 purple, +1 yellow? There it is. But it lands. And I think we got it now. Let's go try this. This is not all dragon. It's almost there, though. There's a Ferrishra randomly in there. That's the only thing we could do to cover the last of the colors. Oh, he's using a, hey, he's using the Great Maul team I have set. Nice. Okay, so yeah, we'll go with this. Dragon Soul might die a little bit quickly, though. But if we can get a Dragon Soul into a Ferrishra, that'll be a decent enough combo. You know what? I'm actually going to put that in front of the Sun and Moon, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, we'll go with this. So Dragon Soul, Ferrishra, Sun and Moon, and Asha. Yeah, the biggest issue we had with the previous team, which is the whole exploding team, with the high mana cost was mana drain, particularly Famine. Famine and Scion plus Scion kept destroying it because it could keep getting to the Karnex easily. Against everything else, it was working good, but it just wasn't working against drain spam. So we tried a bunch of other stuff to see if we could get anything else working. But we'll try this for now, see what happens. Need to get a Dragon Soul off as immediately as possible. If I take this blue, hopefully he'll let us take the red, and he does. So we'll go take both of those, very nice, and that gives us a full Dragon Soul. We'll throw down that Dragon Soul, and now we can get everything rolling, and should be good to go. Okay, Fairish Ra, we didn't have alignment, but do we have alignment on you? Yes we do. We can throw that on purple, get everything going, and now we get our Fairish Ra. We can go take the little poke here. Don't want to throw it on you because you're just going to die to AoE anyways, or to that skull, that works too. And move that down. We don't have another one. Do we have an Astra on anything important? No, we do not. We don't have any drops. So I guess we go for either Sun and Moon or a Dragon Soul. I think in this case we'll go for Sun and Moon. That needs to be denied somehow. I could create more reds for him. That'd be pretty counterproductive though. Wait, do I have enough damage to one-shot him? I do, never mind. I don't need alignment. I can just kill him right now. There we go. It's not an extra turn, but we do kill him. And, okay, this is working. This has potential. This one definitely has potential. Oh, you got an arcane too. A blue-yellow. I mean a blue... Yeah, that's exactly right. Wait, what? That was weird. It wasn't showing my battles earlier, and now it's showing all of them all of a sudden. That was weird. Oh, we still had one more battle. It said 4 out of 5, and now it's done. Okay, that was strange. Anyways, I think that could work then for future purple days. As we go 2-3 right at the end. Come on, we went 5-0 literally the entire week. And then boom. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, destroyed. Well, at least we still did over 50,000. Anything over 50,000 I'm fine with, I guess. Though that could have easily been like over 55. Alright, let's go try that again in PvP a couple times. I want to see what this can actually do against some of the stuff like this. That actually doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm doing right now. Because it gets a much better start. The only thing I still need to see, though, which is going to be a really big problem with this, which is the whole reason we were even changing teams in the first place. But I believe this team is going to be bad against Famine Scion Famine. Because it leaves a really big opening where Dragon Soul's essentially our entire mana generation when we first start off. It's really important that we get it going. Also, that doesn't help at all. We have no backline tank, though that could easily be replaced by replacing out Asha if we had to. The problem is Asha is one of our mana generators that helps keep us going. Yeah, we don't have enough damage to actually kill anything right now. It's always those few really big teams that any custom team I ever try making tends to fail against. Things like this, things like pure damage with the Dawnbringer, like pure reds and stuff like that, which have really high damage output, or the whole Scion Famine. Those are normally the 3 biggest things that I lose to on some of the days like this, if we do end up losing on them. Okay, what do we need to do from here? I want to get a Fairish Ra, but we don't have alignment. I see the extra turn there. Actually, you know what? I should have taken it. I forgot. We're using Dragon Hero class. We do actually gain a benefit from taking useless extra turns. Any extra turn we take is fine. We get HP onto our Fairish Ra too. So we'll throw that down. Like, Asher right about now would actually be pretty nice. But we don't actually have it anymore. We would if it was still alive. There we go. Let's throw this on you because you're the biggest threat. And we get a refire too, but I'm going to try for an extra turn here. Ideally, I'd want to Fairish Ra extra turn every single time if we were able to. Oh, we lost one, and we don't have any summoner to replace it. But other than it just randomly getting devoured off a 35% chance, that wasn't too bad. Here we go. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. Wait, Scion in second slot? What on earth is the team he's using? He never used Scion in second. Well, I guess there's some teams that could get away with it. But that's not one of them. What do we do here? We have so much mana on a troop we do not need any mana on, at least initially. Luckily he drained that one because it had more mana, which is good for us because we didn't actually need mana on him. Well, since he's not doing Scion first slot, I can just let him take a skull. It doesn't even matter. We'll go for some purple here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go for the purple. Get that over. Get a little poke. He'll take a poke against us, and now we just get rolling. And we got our Dragon Soul down, so now we have some initial damage. We'll go throw... I need an extra turn here. There's green, but that would just give us a recast. Is there anything else that extra turns? I believe green is the only option. Purple and yellow are ideally the two we throw it on every time, but I just need some kind of clear, so we are going to go for that. Wait, what did it even disenchant? Convert all blues, enchant a random ally. Who did you enchant? Nothing is enchanted on our entire team. That was weird. Unless it enchanted itself and then it unenchanted itself immediately because it just casted. Aw, we didn't get our extra turn and all that mess. Did we just clear the board? I think we just cleared the board. And hope he doesn't Scion. Nope, he went for it. Oh, there goes all of our manas. What do we go for here? I guess Red Surge. And we'll just let him take the poke. Yep, that was actually enough to kill. Let's see. There's the enchant finally. So we got one of them. That will give it in 2 turns if we just wait it out. One skull poke will not kill though because of armored and we don't have a stun on it. So we are just going to, I guess, take a skull. He'll take a skull. And then the following turn we'll get a Fair Shra. Don't even need to take his mana. Though, what else do we have? Looks like we're taking his mana regardless. We'll move that down. He will not give us alignment because you're going to Spirit Fox. That makes it harder for us to Fair Shra. But I think we have enough soul now that we can actually start taking out some of his more important targets. So he'll poke us. Oh! Oh, wait, he doesn't even have his thing traded. I didn't even notice that. Oh, there we go. Well, we can let that happen, but in a normal Guild War battle, that actually wouldn't be possible. Because basically everyone in Guild Wars in the higher brackets are going to be running with fully traded Scions there. So yeah, against Drain Spam, it's having the same problem as every other purple team I've been using. And it's sad it doesn't work against Drain Spam. We'll go move that. Also, why on earth are so many people... I know this isn't Guild Wars, but we were getting a lot of people actually using Drain Spam on Purple Day. I didn't think that people would actually bother on that day to use it. There's so many other days that you could be using it on. Let's see... I guess we'll just throw a Brown Surge over here. Need to get his mana. Nope, he dies, and that's match. Rip. This isn't Guild Wars, so we don't have to play it out. Well, let's try Drain Spam again and see if it wins against it. Hello, Humberto, welcome. Not totally today, but tomorrow. Can you show some defend teams for Guild Wars? You've already seen yours, but some win sometimes, others lose a lot. Every single defend team I currently use this week has a 100% lose rate, though it's also some of the stuff that literally everyone is using. It just happens because it's pretty easy to win in Guild Wars for the most part. There's only normally a couple days where it's slightly harder because of the certain color limitations. But if people aren't setting the harder colors on those days, then it normally doesn't even matter. Because you can only set your harder teams for a couple of the days. Not every single one can be set as the absolute hardest option. But for the most part, it almost doesn't even matter. You can see even just by our win rates. Even though we did lose, I think, 3 times on this day, we still have around the 90% win rates within Guild Wars. So it's not that common that you would actually end up getting a win. If you're winning 1 every 10 battles, you're basically having a good defend team, if that is the case. Alright, we get double skull there. We have to get the Scion killed pretty quickly because of that. He gets a famine there. It doesn't really drain much of the mana, so go move that down. But if you have over a 10% win rate in Guild Wars, you have perfect teams at the moment. As long as you have that much, they're fine. I don't know how it is at lower brackets either. Because the way that it is in bracket number 1 and 2 is a lot different than how it is in most of the other brackets. Because everyone in the higher brackets are using max everything. Yeah, this team isn't working out. Aw, we aren't going to be able to use Fair Shra in Guild Wars. This is also why I don't use Fair Shra in general in most battles. He doesn't like to win. Oh, I was hoping I would be able to get away with that. I don't know, Guild War Purple. Guild War Purple and Guild War Green, I think, are the 2 biggest issues for us at the moment. Red is perfectly fine. There are too many options for Red these days. We could make a different Red team every single day and still have a gigantic team to use for it. Guild War Blue is okay. The only reason why it's not horrifically bad is just because you have so many drain options. We got Scion, you got Corvash, we got our Silence there, we got our damage, we got our Summon. There isn't really anything we're missing. Only thing that could make it better was if Christinax actually did true damage, and Merlion, but it's fine that they don't. Guild War Yellow and Brown. I keep using that team. I've been switching back into the classics though, like this for Brown Day and the other variant, which is Gurgulfa Moloch, or Gurgulfa Famine Moloch and the Amnesia and stuff like that. Those kind of combos. Both of those kind of work. It's mainly just the purple and green. Green Day at the moment we've been running just the classic because everything else I've been using has not been going as well as of recently. Though that team is really bad against free spam. And for purple, I don't know. We keep trying something almost every different week now. Still keep getting crushed occasionally. Not every single battle, but out of every single day that we've been losing a lot of battles on, I believe it has been purple almost every single time. Wasn't that when we got our last 2-3-2 was on purple? It was either on purple or green, I know that for sure. Dragon Soul, Elamagrim, I can already see that the mana cost is too high. Mab and Aurora, no. I need something that has a really, really, really low mana cost for Purple Day. What are all the purple troops that have under 10 mana costs? I kind of want to see real quick. I want to make a really weird team with a Dragon Soul second slot, but let's see, where is it? A Dragon Soul second slot, but we go with very low mana cost for everything else, like super, super low. So we go right there, and I wish there was a way to order them by mana cost, or is there? Rarity, amount, defense. Is there really no sort by mana cost? Okay, well, let's go to purple, apply filter, and look for everything with, let's say, 10 or less mana. What does this even leave us with? Well, I guess Boar Rider's close enough. I guess 11 is fine too. Though if we go 11, we have to give them a +1, which makes it slightly more annoying. Why are there so many high mana costs on this day? Drake Rider, yellow to red. With 100% chance to revive, I actually wouldn't mind that with a Dragon Soul. Flame Troll wouldn't be bad too, though he's slightly higher. Green Seer, but we would need a proper green to put it in. I think Yasmin's Chosen is one of the only few things you can actually use it with, which is too high of a mana cost for what I want to try doing. And Furnace actually wouldn't be horrible, though it only covers one additional color. But it will give us that Red Storm to synergize with the Dragon Soul. We would have to get a kill prior, though. Kraken, but we don't have anything to feed the blue into, because we're going to basically be missing blue unless we go the Mythic. But then we're already going with a super high mana cost again. We're doing the exact thing again that I want to try to avoid all over again. Atlanta? The problem with Atlanta is no follow-up, though. The reason we use Dragon Soul as an AoE is because you actually get turns afterwards. Nyx actually wouldn't be horrible. It's one higher than Asha, and only can create blue. But it's a much better utility because of the mana drain. What else? Too random. Queen Mab would be good if they were using a spam team. Wouldn't be good against Drain. I guess I could always throw the Scion into this too again. To go something like that. We're covering yellow. Now we just need a... You know what? We can actually use this last slot. And what was the other thing we needed? We need... Oh, you know what? Maybe we do throw an Aurora in here. And do it like that. You know, that might not be horrible. Still too high of a mana cost, though, is the only problem. Actually, this is almost exactly what you just said, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. Instead of the Elamagrim, it's Dragons... Or, let's see. Well, we still have the Dragon Soul Aurora. And instead of Mab, we have Scion. And instead of Elamagrim, we have Drake Rider. I almost feel like putting Elamagrim here. The problem with that is it makes our mana cost even higher. I'm just going to leave it as Drake Rider. It can be devoured, but it at least gets the 100% chance to revive. So I think I'm going to go with this and give it a shot. And Banner... I don't think I need to go +2 purple, +1 red. Actually, I almost just want to go +2 red. Oh, you know what? No, we don't need to do that, because we already have a +1. All I have to do is go +1 red, +1 something else that's needed. I guess +1 red, purple is fine. So we'll just go with that, I guess. Just go super into purple. We have like +4 into purple right now. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Never mind, +3 into purple. There we go. Baba Yaga. I know, I have been not running with summons as much as of recently. We were trying Baba Yaga earlier. She's good. They just need to be able to be silenced. The reason I ended up stopping using Baba Yaga today is we ran into a team that was using immune to silence in one of its last 2 slots. So it wasn't actually working, the fact that we were using a silencer. It basically was pointless because of the immune to silence on the opposing team. So apparently people are starting to do that now to counter all the people who are using Dawnbringer or anything that silences, or you know, they're using it all as a Dawnbringer on the Bard class to counter silences. I mean, we'll go move that over. Get our mana up. Okay. Now we just need to go get a nice drain into whatever else we can do here. So we'll get our drain down. Get him just disabled. We'll take some blues. He'll get his buff, and we'll just take a purple there. Only problem is after we cast that, it's blocking us like crazy. I should probably get Dragon Soul all the way up before I start doing that again. Drake Rider. You know, we could actually get some alignment here, I think. Yeah, I move that over, and then we get a really good Drake. Oh, he ruined it slightly already. But we do get some mana at least. And it goes straight into Dragon Soul since he's the only thing on the team that even uses red. So we just actually gotta throw this on him. I want him to be the first thing that dies on the opposing team. So I'll throw that down. Get our explosion. And he'll just poke us. Do we have anything we could do with this? I think I just go for the drain with his last 3 HP. Oh, forgot to take the purple. Hello, purples. And now it dies to burn. Don't really need to throw an Aurora yet. Too bad Aurora didn't have some kind of summon. Like summoning a unicorn. Could you imagine if this thing summoned the useless unicorn every single time? That would actually be quite useful. It's summoning the useless troop would be useful. You know what? I should double check the boost ratio. I don't know if it'll do enough to do 20. The answer is no, but we have Dragon Soul, so I guess it doesn't matter. And we died on 1, but that is match. We'll throw it on red, get our turn, Dragon Soul into 1 skull, and that's match. Or we could just poke him with something. And down it goes. Did you post Guild War color teams? Post Guild War color teams? What do you mean by that? Like an actual video on it? We've gone on our strategy videos for it. I've never actually done a specific, like, all-out teams video though. Because it's a little bit hard for me to determine what would work at lower levels. But yeah, I have been meaning to do that eventually. I still haven't found, like, the absolute perfect one for some days. Because even ones that do win consistently don't win 100% of the time. And sometimes you do have to switch for new metas that occur. Like tomorrow, we're going to have to completely switch maybe half our teams due to the legend that's coming out. It's actually why I held off on doing the best teams video. Because I believe the new legend that is coming out tomorrow is going to change up how you play Guild Wars a little bit. Because it's going to make Kraken even more powerful. And the difference with it, the new troop is, though, it doesn't care if you use imperviouses. It will hit through it. So everyone who's running like a double or triple impervious team or like a immune to freeze thing for Queen Mab and stuff like that, you might not be able to do that after tomorrow. But yeah, we'll have to see. Not only is it a submerge, basically all allies, or actually I think all allies instead of herself. You know what? I actually haven't gone over that. Let me go do that right now. Most of you have probably already seen the post, but or heard from it earlier. But let me go and go over that right after this battle. Can't believe I haven't done that yet. Been so preoccupied trying to figure out what on earth we're doing for next week's purple. Try to get it working so we don't go such a horrible win rate again. It's starting to become a recurring thing for purple data. Also, what on earth is he using? Since when do people still use wisps? I thought people kind of stopped using wisps. They're not horrible, but they're not really that worth using anymore. Especially since you can't double wisp anymore in Guild Wars. That was probably the biggest thing that killed it. If it was still possible to double wisp, we'd still be seeing a lot more wisps in Guild Wars. But only one single wisp doesn't really do much. Oops, I was just about to target one, thinking I could target them. I do that so often with Fizzbang, that one blue-purple goblin. I always think I can target it, and then it's like, whoop, stealthy! Out of nowhere. I do the same thing with banners. It's like I'll forget like newer -1 banners. I'll do the same thing with troops. I forget like which one of the newer troops have stealthy on them. Then I'll go just to single target them. It's like, whoops, forgot you kind of have stealthy, don't you? You should probably be casting Queen Aurora more. I love how I'm using a team with Queen Aurora so I don't die. Yeah, I'm not even using her to not die. So that's kind of counterproductive. We still have our dragon, so we still hit for an extra 1. So I'm going to throw that down there. I was hoping for a little bit of a better turn. He actually kill us, and yes, he does. Fail. Well, let's go and get some damage. That will kill that one out. And now anything we do, we'll kill the other one. Do we go and get your mana back? I think we just go into the other manas just so we can kill. Oh, that's not the color I meant to aim at. Oh, we could actually lose now. I just gave it a bunch of blues. I meant to aim that at brown, but for some reason it went on the other one. Gigantic mouse buttons. There we go. And down it goes. Oh, that was barely a win. If that was Guild Wars, that would be quite depressing. Luckily it wasn't, but at least it was a win. Okay, anyways, let me go over to new guys. Guild War defend teams with alternative mythics. I was thinking of doing that with just the low rarity version and the high rarity version. The next two videos that we're going to most likely be doing are the best commons and the best troops the next version, which I want to wait for the other thing. I might actually do the best commons tonight, actually. Should have enough time. Don't forget to collect your seals. Oh, sorry. My bad, guys. I probably do that to the guild a lot, because I actually don't use my seals, but some people in my guild still do. My bad, guys. There we go. We have Max now. You automatically claim him even if you don't, though. But, yeah, sometimes I guess I've forgotten about that, to claim it for everyone else. But yeah, currently, you should probably save your seals. They're going to be adding more things to the drop pool in them eventually. It's why we have 58,595 of them and 213 of these keys. Which I would have for like 250 if I didn't do them for some videos. But anyways, let me go over to two new troops that are coming out tomorrow. Let me see. 1 second. I got too many tabs open right now. Move that out, move that out, move that out. And the two new troops. We'll go over the less relevant one first and then go into the other one. Let's see. Though, I do have to say, this one troop that they're adding, it seems kind of useless, but it might actually be useful to counterbalance the other troop that they just added. So when I initially read this, it's going to sound horrible, but with this other one being added, it's actually not too horrible, though it's probably still not going to be used because of how bad Submerge is at the moment. But you never know. If the other one becomes too big of an issue, this will be used to help counter it, if nothing else. So anyways, let me go and get that up, and there is the new troop, or one of them, the one that you can get through the glory. It deals damage to an enemy, 50% to devour if the enemy is submerged. So basically, every single troop with the ability of submerge, other than the new one that's being added tomorrow, is essentially useless now. So submerge has just been nerfed, even though it was already horrible. So basically, never use anything with submerge other than the new legend that's coming out tomorrow. But yeah, that's about it. Things like Leviathan and stuff like that, you pretty much just never want to use anymore, and all that kind of stuff, unless they get buffed in the future. But yeah, there's this guy. He's mainly going to be used to counter out the new common that's the new legend that's coming out tomorrow. It does have Water Link, so that's somewhat useful. 12 mana cost. It's one of the cheaper, higher rates. I think it has the same mana cost to devour rate as all of the specific counter ones, like all of the giants that have like the Monster Cruncher and stuff like that, that all have 50%. He has the same mana scaling as them, except he is focused on destroying people that are submerged. And with that being said, the whole reason why it's being added at this current moment, that might seem 100% useless, but it's because of this thing. This will be in event chests next week. I might even mythic it just because of how much I'll probably be using this. But it deals damage to the last enemy, 25% chance of lethal damage to them, meaning regardless of if it has impervious or anything, it has a 25% chance it will instant kill the enemy. And because a lot of people are running last slot impervious, this will basically be the counter to that and would probably be used simultaneously with the Kraken, since they're both from the same kingdom and they're both a monster. So if you were going with some kind of monster bonus theme, they would both be really scary if they ever add a ability to gain 50% on all monsters. And the other thing is submerge all other allies, so everyone other than herself gets submerged, which is one of the reasons why I said, yeah, she's basically the only good troop now with submerge. But it'll just make all three of your other troops submerge. So if you get hit by AoEs, if there's a lot of AoE on the enemy team of any kind, let's say like pure dragon team or something like that, this would be one of the easier way of countering it. Her damage is not that much. Queen Mab and other blue-purple options do have quite a bit more damage than her, but of course her instant chance to kill is quite potent, and her capability with a Kraken is also decent, because if you're feeding purple into them, well, there you go, you just get both of them up simultaneously, and the blue off the Kraken feeds right into her. So probably a replacement of Queen Mab in most of the Kraken-related teams is what this thing's going to be used for. And as far as her traits, she also has traits that synergize with a Kraken, more so a more frontline Kraken. She has huge, so she'll not die as easily. She has Arcane, so her ability will not be as horrible in damage. It's pretty low, but that arcane will help make it so it's not too horrible. And the main thing is she creates a Bone Storm on 4 times and 5 times matches. So basically perpetual Bone Storm. And this is pretty good with Kraken because, of course, if you get a single Devour of a Kraken, you already have that Bone Storm going, and then you just have a gigantic troop there. Might also get some usage with Great Maul and a few other really high skull-oriented troops, not to mention Great Maul and a few other of them are monsters as well, which, of course, since they're both monsters, you get some extra bonus with that. She's a merfolk, but that's pretty irrelevant. The monster part is a lot more relevant than the merfolk. Also, given that she is a monster, you can use Monster Muncher on her and Kraken if someone is using a Kraken plus a Cycla. How do you say that? Cycla? Cyclio? Cyclio? Cycla? I have no clue. But they both are monsters, so Monster Muncher, probably a viable counter as well. And the new thing that came out, because there's so many of them are going to be submerged. So either of them, or both of them together. They can both actually be used on the same team if you actually want to do that. You could use Monster Muncher and whatever the other guy was called, the little dinosaur thingy. Or whatever it's called, the okay, why did they keep making these names? The Mosasaurus. Right? Mosasaurus. I think it's like half monster, half saurus. Mosasaurus. Interesting. Anyways. But yeah, they would have no conflict together as far as mana is concerned. Anyways, yep, that's the new troop. I don't think they mentioned anything else. I don't think there were any other changes other than that. No, it's just lore-related stuff as far as the rest of the post there. But yeah, definitely interesting legend. The other guy is mainly just going to be used to counter the new legend. New legend definitely has a lot of potential. 25% lethal is not particularly high. It's the same thing that Draco's has, but the main reason that she's a little bit better is just she has more synergies out there. Draco's doesn't really get used with almost anything, where she has synergies that will actually be good, and not to mention her traits are actually good, whereas the only thing that a Draco's has going for it is it's impervious. But yeah, things like Kraken and stuff from the exact same kingdom going to be quite decent. Both monsters both have last slot damage, and this will create blues that go right into her, and it has a devour chance. So you have Krakens that constantly have a 35% chance to kill them, and you have her who's going to have a 25% chance, and her 25% doesn't even care if they have immune to devour, it will still kill them. There isn't anything that protects yourself against a instant kill like that. Maybe she might even get used with Dracos, you don't know. That actually could be a thing too. It is technically possible now between her and Dracos. If you use a purple spammer, you could technically go Dracos plus her and try building a instant kill team. I would not advise doing that, because the percent chance would just be gambling the entire battle to if you will kill them. But yeah, it could be used, who knows. Maybe once we get another one, we could make a full 3 times team of 3 different troops that all have a instant kill capability. Yep, that's all. Scylla? Scylla. Hey, that one sounds right. You're good. There we go. Scylla, let's go with that. Thank you, Derek. Horrible card. One more to ruin the fun. 25% instant kill equals 5% for us, and 95% for the AI. I don't think it'll be that bad. Instant kills aren't that bad. Not to mention, it's going to be used with Great Maul just for the Skull Storms, too. Could you imagine how easy that's going to be to just kill things with automatic Skull Storm? There currently isn't anything that does that. I don't think there is. Every single Skull Storm that currently exists, I believe, has to be casted. And getting an automatic one is just perpetual skull spam. That alone is going to make her pretty decent. Let me see, where just happened to my team I wanted to go do? I don't know exactly what we'd replace out of this team, though. There it is, Defend Purple. But just trying to fit her into this team, the Great Maul, Mercy, Inferno King, Shegra. What would we replace? You know what? Never mind. She might not even fit into this team, but some kind of Great Maul team she'd probably fit into. I don't think this particular line of Great Maul team would work with her, because there isn't really anything we could replace from this team. It's already pretty much perfect. But there's something related to Great Maul. Oh! It hurts. There's something related to Great Maul that is definitely going to be able to be used with. Well, now that we just lost... Okay, well, that was horrible. I was just about to devour her. I didn't realize there was a skull just sitting there in plain sight. Well, I kind of dropped it in, so I guess it wasn't plain sight, but still, I could have easily avoided that from happening. We need the full mana right now. I guess I could try Mercying next turn. Well, it's next turn, technically. But there's no mercy anymore. Or anywheres. Didn't get the skull poke. And he does not board clear correctly. Because I cannot mercy right now. And come on, we need one poke. Somehow, some way, we need to do 7 damage to his first lot. Or gain an extra turn from whatever we do. Neither of those happened, and it just full drained us again. But now we can just poke it. There we go. Well, that was a horrible, horrible start. Well, let's go and get it going again. What do we do here? Everything is diseased. I kind of want to get undiseased just so we can get our mana fully. We can easily do that with a mercy. No, the Great Maw! We needed you. We needed you. What do we do from here? What a horrible, horrible start. Do we really not have alignment on this board? Oh no, we have it. Nice. Right at the bottom. There we go. The comeback. And we'll throw that again. Throw it in the Shegra. We have 3 damage on her and we're still destroying it. 3 attack. That's all we need. Okay, she'll die to that skull. Oh no, no she won't yet. Oh no, everything's losing their attack value. If we go down to 0 attack on everything, this battle would almost be impossible to win. Almost, it would still be possible. Just very unlikely at that point. Okay, I needed to kill. So now we can actually do more damage. That actually helped us quite a bit because now we have 15 damage, which is quite a bit more than the ridiculously small amount we were previously dealing with. And yeah, we're just gonna move that down for now. We'll take a little bit of a poke, get the death mark on this. And yeah, that's Scion. The 24 mana drain Scion. That hurt. That hurts. Okay. If that didn't happen, we would have instant won this ages. There we go, ages ago. Well, now we have a gigantic troop back in first slot, now that it just got revived. So, should be a pretty easy win from here. As I say that, he's just going to keep destroying us with death pokes, apparently. What do we take from here? I don't want to try getting a Shegra down, because into 1 Shegra would probably be enough to kill this battle. Let's see. Let's see. So 3 mythics and 150 keys is kind of... wow. Congratulations, Jay. 3 mythics and 150 keys. That is insanely, insanely lucky. I don't think I've ever gotten that close. The most amount of luck I have ever gotten with that was actually across my entire guild. We ended up getting 2 mythics within 2, or no, 2 mythics within 3 legendary tasks. So within 3 million gold, every single person in the entire guild got 2 mythics. It was around the week that they actually buffed the guild tasks though, but still was insanely, insanely lucky. Okay, let me go show this team in not a horrible light. That was like one of the worst ways we could have ever gotten to show this team. But yeah, around something like this, I believe, is what she would be used within, I believe. I'm going to most likely use the new troop that's coming in tomorrow more as a skull spammer than I would be as anything else. There's 2 things. I'm probably going to use her primarily with a Kraken team, because she is made to be used with Kraken. And the other variant is to be able to use her with a skull spam, because she'll finally be able to make a really easy perpetual bone storm. And with that storm, it becomes a lot easier to use things like Keeper of Souls and really just anything in general that has the capability of using skulls. Oh, there we go. He only has 1 HP. I didn't even need to do that. Down he goes. That's what the team's supposed to do. Anyways. Hey, we got a map. The map. The wonderful map of maps. A Jurassic World critter. That would be actually a really cool kingdom. Could you imagine if they made an entire like dinosaur jungle kingdom right there? Boom, dinosaur jungle kingdom in that exclusive whatever that is, island forest thingy. Actually, if they ever expand the map, that's probably where they're heading. They're probably going to expand east and south, because based on this current map, if they were to just expand upon this map, those seem to be the easiest 2 ways to kind of keep expanding the land. Because this land looks like it keeps going over there. This land definitely looks like it keeps going. The top, not so much. It looks like it kind of ends right there. Maybe they could fit in like a few more kingdoms or make another little bit of ice area. But Yeah, I think if they ever were to keep this exact map and keep expanding, south and east would be the best way to go. They actually haven't decided yet how they're going to be doing that. They currently only have enough room for 2 more kingdoms. One of them, I believe, is coming around like January or February, or somewhere around that time. And the other one probably a few months after that. And then basically by June of next year, well, they ran out of map. So by about midsummer of next year, they need to figure out what on earth they're doing with the map. Because at that point, they will, for the first time ever, run out of room to put anything on the map anymore. And they did already confirm they are planning, even once the map fills, to do more kingdoms. It was never their initial plan when they created this game, to make more kingdoms than what could fit on this map. But, yeah, they're going to be doing it. It's kind of just become a thing in this game that we get a kingdom every few months, and they intend to keep doing that for the duration of this game. Did I do dungeons? No, I have not, but that won't really take that long. Let me go do that right now. Oh yeah, it's Diamond Day too. Don't forget to do them. The most important day to do them on, because it's actually worth spending gems on them. Where's my pure red? Do I not have the team saved? I don't think I do. It's such a basic team, which is probably why I never bother saving it. But I keep having to create it. Ogrin, Firebomb. It's not how you spell Firebomb. I hate that Firebomb is, oh gosh. Which one's the Firebomb? The only one that's ultra rare there. And Sunbird. It's annoying because Sunbird is one word, but Firebomb is 2 words. And I keep messing them up. Because I'll go like type 1 as 1 word, or try typing both of them as either 2 words or both of them as 1 word. And that won't work because it will only come up as 1. Anyways, let me go +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. Where to go? Boom. And let's go win through these. Let's check it on the timer. It's 1 minute 30 seconds right now. Let's see how long it'll take us to go through every single one of these. Move that over, get our firebomb thingy. And, oh, it's store turn. Take a poke, just in case it's not enough damage. And no, it wasn't. Oh no, they're tanky. Oh no, we're gonna need more damage. We're wasting time. This first battle's already taken like 30 seconds. No. That took, oh no, he's making it going even longer. That took 27 seconds. There we go. But yeah, I think it takes us on average 90 seconds to complete dungeons in a day, at least on this account. Obviously in early game it takes way longer than that. Actually in early game it takes like 10 tries I think for the final battle just to get it sometimes, depending on what you have available. You know what, let me move that just in case. Oh, wait, why did I even do that? I only really need mana for that. Why even try going for those? I don't even need to. Okay, we'll just move that over, I guess. Nice, nice, nice. And get it down again. And that leaves us to the 1 minute mark. Oh no, we're falling behind. We got 20 seconds to win the final battle. That's not gonna happen. Looks like it's gonna take us 2 minutes instead of 90 seconds. Let's see. Firebomb, go. Get lucky. Give us all the... Come on, cast. It's not too lucky. There we go, that was a little bit luckier. Throw that down, boom. Gonna need like 2 more. Come on, come on. Boom, red. Yeah, there we go. See it again. No, we're not gonna make it in time. We already didn't make it in time. And what else? What else? We'll go move that over. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna take us 2 minutes. In 20 seconds, it will be 2 minutes. Move that over. Oh no! It's gonna be even longer. He's trolling us with all the goblins. He's goblining us. Let's see. Board. We have a red storm and we can't even get reds on the board. Or at least where I need them to be. Here we go, nice. No other colors I need though. There we go. I don't even think that's match yet though. Still need 1 entire additional cast. Unless I can find a skull out of somewheres. There we go, and that's match. As soon as we cast this. That took us 2 minutes 30 seconds. But yeah, normally, okay, so I guess it takes us anywhere from 60 seconds or 1 minute to 3 minutes is how long it normally takes us to complete all of all of dungeons now. That is how quick they are. 1 to 3 minutes. 3 minutes at the absolute highest. That's like ultra slow speed for us. Yeah, there we go. Marsh Raptor plus steroids equals Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, they do have a raptor in here. It's the only thing that I think is a raptor. Doesn't even look that much like a raptor. Doesn't even have any feathers, unless that's our feathers. I don't know. Can't tell if those are feathered wings or not. I do prefer feathered raptors than skinned raptors. But they're both kind of cool. There's just so many more designs that you can do with feathered raptors. I think that's slightly feathered. Looks like it has wings. Looks more like a, it looks like half raptor, half wyvern is what that looks like. I never really thought of this thing as a raptor. Also, it's one of the most irrelevant troops ever as well. They buff nerfed it at one point, and when they buff nerfed it, they made it useless. It used to do a stat boost to itself, I believe, gaining like 3 attack, 3 magic whenever it got a kill. Now it creates 8 blues when it gets a kill, but this synergizes with essentially nothing in the entire game. I believe it was supposed to synergize with Vinoxia, but since it doesn't do true damage, it doesn't. That would be a pretty easy fix to make it work with Vinoxia. Just make that true damage, and then boom, you can actually use it. But in its current state, it is very, very, very useless. It seems like you've been getting less gold, souls, and glory this week. Any else think so? Nope, about the same rate as always, from what I can tell. I haven't actually been paying close attention, but my gold is 1.7 million right now, and that's actually a little bit above average. So yeah, I don't think that's much of a difference. I have been keeping track on souls or glory, but gold seems to be the same, if not even more, than a normal week. Any Hunter's Mark team suggestions, just for fun? Oh, every Hunter Mark team you would ever build is built basically around Direwolf these days. Most other Hunter's Mark teams don't really work. But yeah, Direwolf, Green Seer, and then you just build from there. Or Forest Troll, either or. Let's see, Green Seer. Actually, we could even put both of them in, why not? Forest Troll, and let's just go like a Yasmin, I guess. You could also use Web Spinner or some other option. So there we go, super ultra crate green spam into Hunter Mark. There are very few good things that use Hunter Mark. Surprisingly, a common is the best Hunter marking troop in the entire game, as weird as that is. Also, one of the best barriers in the game is also on a common. It is Dwarven Gate. It's one of the top 3, I would say, barriers in the game. Actually, maybe top 4, because there's Dawnbringer now as well. But within like the top 4 or 5 barriers in the game is actually Alpha Common. But this is the absolute best Hunter's Mark at the moment on the common. Trying to figure out banner. What are we missing? We're missing red. +2 blue, +1 purple, I guess is okay. Not the most optimal banner, but at least it gives us the +1s where we need them. And it gives us a really quick Forest Troll, so I'm fine with that. It gives us a little bit less of a green spam though. Where is it? There it is. I passed it like a billion times. Yeah, we'll just go with something like this. Quite a few different ones. As long as you have a really nice green spammer with it, doesn't really matter what else you use. You don't have to be using a Yasmin by any means. You could easily use a Web Spinner or even just no additional one at all. Even just a single Green Seer or a single Forest Troll is normally good enough. Anyways, let's go take a brown over, I guess. Go get that. He gets a Mercy. Oh, should have double checked on the Mercy. Actually could have avoided that, I think. He'll get a Corvash in. Actually, he'll get everything in. Wow. That turn. The value out of that turn. Okay, well, never mind. We might not even be able to get to show this team because he already basically won the battle in first turn. Or at least we might not be able to show the whole premise of this team, which is the using the Direwolf. Okay, well, now we're unfrozen on almost everything. At least all the important colors are unfrozen at the moment. So we should still be able to get this going. We throw the double. We get everything up. Whenever there's 13 or more, we throw that down. Of course, there is not 13 or more on the board right now. We'll go throw a Green Seer there. I should be able to get it now, finally. We'll get that down, get a Yasmin in. And if we could just poke it, that'll instant die. Actually, we could just throw another one if there is enough, and no, there isn't for either of those two things. I'd like to drop for mana, though that also is not possible. Want a Skull while also taking blue. And there's no combination of moves that will do that, so we'll just try for a random green, and we don't get that either. Okay, we're unfrozen on everything now, though the previous freeze wasn't really that important. We'll go move it for the purple. Go throw into double green. Actually, do we have enough? No, we don't. We can keep poking with the thing as well whenever we want. If there is enough, like right now, we could poke if we want. And he is stunned, so he doesn't get the extra damage, so I think I am going to go for the poke. Let's do that. See if we can get a Green Seer here. Yes, we can. Guess we get that onto the yellow right there. We can get another poke. And since we're still stunned, we kind of need to get that extra damage in. We would normally be doing a 4 times damage right now. We're only doing 2 times because we're currently stunned. And we're stunned on the Entrapment, which is 2 times to Entangled, which stacks with the with the Hunter's Mark for 4 times damage. I'll throw a Yasmin here. And we'll go for another poke. Get the double green. And that should pretty much be match. We can throw that down into a Yasmin and then boom, dead. Yeah, something along those lines. Doesn't necessarily need to be a Yasmin there. You could do Web Spinner or even just no spammer there. As long as you have a Green Seer or a Forest Troll with a Direwolf up front, the rest of the team can pretty much be whatever. So it's either just Direwolf, Green Seer, Direwolf, Forest Troll, and it's just 2 other supporting troops behind it. Direwolf can die pretty easily, as you saw at the beginning of that battle. We almost lost almost at the beginning, because other than Agile, it doesn't really have much keeping it alive. And it's pretty low durability because it is a common. It's actually, even with our slight bonus right there, it's only 100 durability, which compared to some other options, actually, some of these are kind of low too. But 100 is decently below average as far as durability, because he has more towards attack than what he has in other stats, which is why it's so much lower. That, and he's a common. Most commons do have an average of lower stats compared to other troops out there. Also, hello, Quintrell, welcome. Did I miss any other hellos? I feel like it. Is there any... Oh, never mind, I already did that. Wait, oh no, is there any Hunter's Mark with Skull Spam combos then? No, because you don't need both. You either need Hunter's Mark or you need Skull Spam. There's never any instance you would use both Skull Spam and Hunter's Mark. You only use Hunter's Mark in instances that you want to one-shot the entire enemy team one by one. With Skull Spam, you're doing it because you're trying to just plow a bunch of damage onto them. But you don't really need both of them simultaneously, because if you're Hunter marking something, you're already 1 to 2 shotting it with skulls pretty much. Especially if you're using a Direwolf, you can most of the time even one-shot them just with every single one. And that's kind of the whole premise behind it, is that you don't need a skull spam. Normally you use, if you're using a Hunter's Mark team, you're using it to loop and get single target skulls. With skull spam, you're still trying to loop, but you're trying to do it in multiple skull instances instead of really big skull instances, because if you're skull spamming on something that's already Hunter's Mark, you'll kill them, but you're going to be killing them with hundreds upon hundreds of damage, which is way more than what you would normally be needing. Well, let's see you later, Bridget. Actually, we're probably going to be heading out ourselves right now. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for the night. We will be back tomorrow to go cover the 2 new troops that we're talking about. Both seem like a lot of fun. We are going to get quite a few different skull spam teams being implemented into next week with the new troop. But yeah, we'll be going over that, everything that will be used for. The 2 most notable, of course, is Skull Spam and with a Kraken. So we'll see how those really pan out. Good Dragon weapon team? What do you mean? The Dragon Eye? You basically run it with pure single target. Do not run it with dragons. Do not run the Dragon Eye with dragons. It is really bad with full AoE. As weird as it may seem, the Dragon Eye does not work with dragons. There's not enough single target dragons to make it work with dragons. But yeah, anything with that can single target, just use it with the eye and it works pretty good. The reason you do this is because if you throw full AoE, if you keep transforming them into baby dragons, you don't have any way to quickly dispose of those baby dragons. The strategy with Dragon Eye is basically you transform them into a baby dragon, single shot kill the baby dragon, and then repeat that and just repeat that across the entire team. Transform one into a dragon, kill it, and then do that for the rest of the team until you win. If you do full AoE, you wouldn't have any way to quickly dispose of the thing that you transform, which would defeat the purpose of even transforming them in the first place. Not to mention, you can retransform something that's already a baby dragon. So if you're throwing full AoE at it, you'll, for example, throw down a Dragon Eye, it'll turn into a baby dragon, you'll kill it down to like 20 HP, then you'll throw another one, it'll re-hit the baby dragon, and then the dragon, little baby dragon's all the way back up to full durability, and then you have to repeat it all again. So yeah, I would definitely advise only single target with the Dragon Eye weapon. Also, thank you for subscribe, Lance Rhea. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll be going to an event later, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone. Stay safe, and best of luck with everything if you're going to be opening up event keys. Also, that's one other thing I didn't mention. Is it worth throwing event keys next week? Yes, definitely worth it. You'll be able to get Kraken, plus you'll be able to get the new legend that is coming out, the that skull spamming one that works decently with Kraken. So yeah, definitely worth it. Also, there's rumors that Farish Ra is coming out in Soulforge next week. That would be amazing if it is. And if it does, we will definitely be going over it, because that is the most noteworthy thing that can ever be craftable within the Soulforge. Anyways, goodbye, everyone.